What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back for another unboxing and review video. In today's video, I want to take a closer look at DC's Cyborg. That's right, you heard me correct. Today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a DC Multiverse figure, McFarlane Toys, the Teen Titans Cyborg. This particular figure, number one, I do not have a lot of DC figures. I don't have a lot of McFarlane toy figures. However, I do appreciate them. And this Cyborg figure, there's just something about this thing. I just totally love it. The colors, the way it looks. I just think that'd be a lot of fun to mess around with it. It's a clean looking figure, but there's a lot going on with it. So yeah, first and foremost, there he is in the box right there. Got the Cyborg right on the side. Awesome back card on it. Really dig that. And we got the little side window there. So again, this is a really cool figure. I can see a lot of different things you can have fun with this figure on. I've already noticed at least one thing I wish it had, but other than that, I think it's going to be a really cool one. So I tell you what, let's get him out of the box and let's get this review started. All right, so we got the old Cyborg out of the box. Again, this is just a really cool looking figure. I'm digging it. But first and foremost, let's take a look at some of the things that it comes with. With all of these type toys, McFarlane Toys, we have the actual card right there, which is really cool. These are actually really nice cards to collect. We got a data file set. Victor Stone, 6'5", 385 pounds. It's a big old boy. But these are a nice little touch to add like a trading card effect. So I actually really dig that. Comes with the iconic round DC base with the peg for the foot. He also comes with a blast effect right here, and it's actually really nice. There's a lot of great detail in this. I mean, if you look right there, it's a good looking effect. As far as I could see to where you could actually maybe do some modifications to this, possibly throw some LED in it. I mean, I don't know. There's some options here with that. It does look like it pegs in, so I'm assuming that one of the hands comes off. If you look at the actual data card, his right arm actually shows it. So I'm assuming that's what it is, but enough of that. Let's take a look at the figure itself. So right here out of the box, I mean, the colors, everything on this thing is legit cool. I don't know, it's clean. I like this little shoulder translucence right here is a really nice touch because you can actually see some actual details underneath it. Mine does appear to be a little loose in the joints, especially in the shoulder, but I don't know. We'll see how much articulation this thing has. So based on what I'm seeing as far as his head goes, I want to show you something else too. On his head, another translucent plate right there, so you can actually see part of his brain or his, electronics. But as far as his head rotation up and down, up, that's about it right there. But down, he actually can do a full chin down, which that's pretty cool. But check out that face sculpt. That face, I mean, that's a good looking head sculpt right there. I dig that. As far as his shoulders, let's see, it looks like we're pretty much 90 or straight across on shoulders, which again, that's not that big of a deal. I was really curious when it comes to his elbows. It does not appear to have a, yeah, he's got one. This one over here is tight though. It does have a bicep swivel, but this one actually feels really tight. but there we go. We do have a bicep swivel. Elbow wise, I don't know if we're going. I don't know how much articulation he's got, to be honest with you. It appears that he has like none. Oh, wait a minute. There it goes. Wow, that is tight. That's legit. It's almost like a ratchet. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but yeah, it's like a ratchet, but it doesn't have a lot. So that looks like it's fully extended down, and that's about it going up. So right there, which it's not terrible. I do wish it would have had some more articulation, but again, for what it is, I'm okay with it. I'm still trying to get an idea on this. The way the biceps, it almost looks like they don't rotate, because you can move it, but as you move it, I see a little bit of a gap happening right here between the flesh tone and the armor. So that might be all she wrote right there. It might not be designed to rotate out like this one, because this forearm is facing this way and this forearm's facing forward. So that's a little hinky, but because of this detail right here, that might be the way it's designed. That could be. I'm not 100% sure on that. So definitely be careful when it comes to the elbows and this upper bicep area. As far as his abs go, does he have an ab crunch? Yeah, I mean he's got. I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad. I mean, that's a decent one. As far as his hips go, what do we got going on here? That's perfectly fine on that. Will they come forward? Again, not terrible. Going backwards, that's about as far back as they go. And coming forward is about the same. Knee-wise, he looks like he's got a double-jointed knee. And, yeah, right there. There's the knee bend. So, again, that's really cool. But the details that's with it is what really drew this figure to me. Down here on his shoe and his ankle. Oh, look at there. We got a toe pivot. A good toe pivot. Yes. Ankle goes down. That's about it coming up. No side to side, but I'm okay with the no side to side because you gave me a toe pivot. Toe pivots are like the one must have I think all action figures should have. I can look over an elbow that's not doing what it should be doing. If you give me a toe pivot, that's sort of, it sort of makes it a fair trade the way I look at it. But again, check out the detail on the bottom of the boots. The boots themselves, let me point these down. I mean, that's just, I mean, a good looking figure. It's a great looking figure. Again, I don't know as far as his blast effect. I may have to check that out to see how easy it is to take the hand off. I don't know if I'll ever really pose him with this, but it's nice to have. But I tell you what, guys, let me get the spinny out. We'll put him on that. I'll try to get him posed up, and I'll give you my final thoughts on Cyborg. All right, let's start talking about this Cyborg figure. Final thoughts. I was actually able to get his right hand off. The hand came off and held the peg, but I'm still a little bit confused. So I want to have to try to look over this a little bit more, because this has a very shallow peg hole, and the peg actually will not go into this hole because it's too long. There's no opening here, and it's almost like a cup or a bowl. So I'm not 100% sure how this works. So definitely let me know in the comments if you have this figure with this effect. But overall, it's a decent figure, okay? from a color and just the way it looks, it's great. It has a great color to it. The armor, everything looks really, really good. However, I do have some issues. Articulation wise, it's not that great. I mean, I was trying to get him in poses and stuff. There's no thigh swivels. It really, from the waist down, there's not a lot you can do with it. It's just the ankles don't pivot. So trying to get him in some dynamic poses, I just don't know how much we're going to be able to do with this figure. The same way with the arms, the elbows, no bicep swivels. It makes it really difficult. The left arm in particular is just sort of weird. And I'm going to have to play with it because it just doesn't look right. Because it's like this. And the other one is straight. Like this arm, the right arm looks normal. But the left arm, as we pull him off, like this, the right arm here looks great. But this arm just looks weird. And when you try to rotate it, which you can, it puts a gap right here. So I don't know. It's I truthfully don't know if it's supposed to be that way or not. But like I said, it's got that weird gap between the flesh tones and the armor. But I'm gonna leave him spun around for now, just for the sake of doing it. But I just think personally it looks better facing that way. Like right now, both arms facing, I feel like the way they should. But from a perspective of that's my biggest, wonderment. I don't understand why. But yeah, other than that, it's still a great looking figure. I like the figure. It's just articulation wise, it's really, really suffering in articulation. But I dig it. The next thing that I wish it had was, I wish it had another couple of pair of hands. It's got a closed fist, but even the left hand, it's almost like he can hold something, but he has nothing to hold. So it's like a relaxed fist. Parts of me would have rather had like an open hand instead of that. I don't know. So it's going to make it hard to do a lot with his hands other than maybe just a punching pose. But yeah, there it is right there. Cyborg. McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse. I'm still happy I got it, but I definitely want to hear your feedback if you have this figure and what you think. I have to give it high marks as far as the artistic part of it. Color, armor, all that stuff looks great. Paint looks great. But it really suffers when it comes to articulation. So it is what it is. But I'm still happy I got it in my collection. I still think I can have some fun with it. I still think I can figure out some really cool photos to take with it. It's just going to be a little bit more of a challenge. But guys, that's going to do it for this unboxing and review video on the DC Multiverse McFarlane Toys Cyborg. But definitely let me know in the comments. I want to hear your guys' feedback on this figure. And I also want to know if you have it. But yeah, and if you have any tips on that effect, definitely let me know in the comments because that one has me stumped. It has me stumped. But yeah, I like it though. I have my issues with it, but I still like it. I'm still glad I have it in my collection. But that's it. Also, if this is your first time to my channel, please make sure and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you got notifications turned on. That way you'll know when I drop videos. And always remember, toys refreshes your soul. And I'll see you next time.